So this is the bus. It's a 1999 All-American Bluebird. It's lived in. We've been living in it for about 2 years. That's one of the front compartments there. See, it's pretty big storage. I got a lot of tools and stuff in there. You got one regular power outlet. So you got outdoor power. There's breakers inside to turn those on and off. That's a pass-through area, so this goes all the way to the other side, and I'll show you that in a minute. That's a 100-gallon gray water that goes from this side to the other side. This is a 16-gallon urine tank. So I plumbed it through the floor inside. Works beautifully. Brings your urine outside and gives you a really quick, easy way to access that and dump it, because we have a composting toilet. Here's your electricity access. Two big commercial Napa batteries. They've been running, bought them brand new when I built the bus, started on the build, and it's worked. They've been working beautifully. I've kept them topped off, connected to power the entire time. The entire time that I bought them, they've been connected to power if the bus hasn't been on. So this is the engine. It's the Cummins. I'll take you to the other side. There's another power outlet right there. Outdoor power. Plug right into that. This is the water. This little door got broken, but it's not very difficult to fix that door. Water access. This is the other side of the pass-through area. So these boxes here, they're just for storage. This one holds the hoses and stuff to empty the urine tank. And this is, again, the other side of the gray water. So right there is where I flush it or drain it. I plumbed in this. So this is going up into the kitchen area. And then I plumbed the rest of this. That's the shower, and then back there is the sink for the bathroom. So that's all plumbed up into the floor. And it all comes out here. And then dumps into the gray water. This is our Truma water heater. Definitely by far the best water heater you'll see on the market. Bought this brand new. Got it professionally installed. And it's been running ever since. And like I said, we live in the bus full time. It's been running ever since, and it's never given us any problems. It's worked beautifully, and it lets you use water in the bus like you're living in a home. This is the air access to your tanks. So basically when you start the bus, your tanks fill up with air, and then every time you turn the bus off, the recommended procedure is basically once you turn the bus off, you relieve all your air valves. So you take all the air out of your system. It's not good, from what I understand, it's not good to leave air in the tank. One more bit of information. So this is the propane area that I built. I built the entire system under here. Did a ton of research and built the system. So kind of hard to give you access to that, but it's 2 tanks. You got your valve up there, and then the line runs up in that system right there. So that's the line that comes down, and then you got 2 access points inside that I'll show you. Again, here's the front. On top, you've got, get in the shade a little bit here. So on top you have 6 panels. They're on a track system. It's a T-track. The very back, I put a deck on it. It's a really sturdy deck that is bolted. Those areas, those 4 connection points basically go all the way down, and they're connected at 3 positions, each of those arms on each side. So that thing is not going anywhere. It's bolted to the frame of the bus on all those access points. It's about as solid as you could possibly get it. In fact, it's probably overbuilt like most of this stuff. And the windows, as you can see, we did all brand new. We took all the windows out, put brand new sheet metal all the way on each side, and then I recut holes for the windows in the bus. So it's this one and that one, and then the other side is this one here, that one, and then there's a rear one in the bedroom. So that gives you generally the look of the outside. I did put some lighting on the outside of the bus, so you have some sort of flood lighting there, and one on the other side, exactly in the same spot. That gives you a look on the outside. So we'll walk in. This is a door. It's a storm door that we bought from Lowe's, custom built for the opening of this this section. It's a great door, but it's definitely not a perfect door for you know, for temperatures that are going to exceed or drop in a major way. So we got the front covered up right now. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just covered up because of the sun, because it's pretty warm and very sunny here in California. So this area here is, I custom built this dash area. This is 3/4 inch plywood that I put up here. This can be taken off as well. I got several screws, well, not several, a few screws up in the front that basically screw this down so it's nice and sturdy. But you take those screws out and this whole piece can come out of here. This is just a sort of a decorative piece. It's a type of wood called Purple Heart, and I bolted this to the front of it, so that's not going there anywhere. It's just sort of a decorative piece. This is the driving area. Again, we live in the bus, so It's we got it basically situated so it doesn't look like we are driving anywhere. It's just that's how it looks that we're living in it. So this is the odometer. You can see that. This is the area, the driver's area. Got switches over here for several different things, including little plugs that you can plug in, USB and whatnot. There's a couple of switches here. One is the lights to the outside. Got your horn, your air horn here to plug the pull string. And I also put a nice Alpine stereo in it with some Kenwood speakers. The deck is down there. I cover it because I haven't used it for a little while, so I just cover it so it doesn't get dusty. You got your rear backup camera here. It's also, I put another camera on the side, right out on the outside of this wall here, so you can see to your right, because your mirrors help, but they don't help extremely. And I also took off the corner mirrors that usually sit out further out to the front. I took those off, so that camera helps a lot. Got your window over here with a little slide right there. All this cabinetry was all custom done. I built all of it, and this is one full piece. Tons of cabinet storage. It's pretty amazing how much you can get inside these cabinets. It's pretty amazing. And that goes from, this is over the sink, obviously over the stove, the oven area. More storage up here. So this is one of the windows that I put in as well. And there's the other one. I'll show you the rest of that. This little front area here is just a little storage area, quick storage area. Put shoes. We have a dog, so some of her stuff is in there and whatnot. Got a couple of tools, you know, just some quick access. But it's a really nice and sturdy little cabinet. I'll say this, everything that's in the bus that I built is overbuilt. It's just extremely sturdy. You can sit on it. I mean, basically nothing's cheaply done or put together, you know, half-assed, if you will. This front area here, this is obviously a couch. These couches pull out here and here. So they both pull out all the way to the end, and then you can have a full bed or just keep it as a couch, you know, whatever you want. These are custom, all these cushions were custom made. My wife made them. They got really nice dense cushions inside them that we bought particularly for this particular situation. They're somewhat angled, as you can kind of see. It's an angled cushion. It comes off of there. The bottom part is real nice and thick. So this couch is, believe me, it's really, really comfortable to sit on. And you can also lay on it. I lay on it all the time. It's a great little couch. It's for the space, it's one of the most comfortable couches I've ever sat in. This is some cabinetry. So we got a bar area here. I built for my wife. She wanted a bar, so we got a little custom bar here. It's got some little custom areas for mini bottles and some jiggers and whatnot. Custom areas for specific jugs of booze and wine and different things. That's on a slide, so it just slides in. Got your
beer bottle topper.
Your opener there. I got some really deep cabinets here, so this is a really fairly deep cabinet area, especially this side. So it goes quite a ways back. You can put all kinds of different things back there. Then you got another one over here that's just it cuts back in. So this one sort of fits the front of the couch, then it cuts back in here. And this one's also deep too. I mean, you can get a lot of things in there. It's really cool. And all the cabinets for the rest of the kitchen are built with 3/4 inch. Now, some people think that 3/4 inch is probably overdoing it. You might have a good point. It does add some weight to the bus, but the walls that I put in, they're actually 1/2 inch. So most people will use 3/4 inch in your wall material. I used 1/2 inch, so that cuts down on the load. And I overbuilt to a certain degree. I overbuilt the cabinetry, but it just basically gives you an amazing amount of toughness to be able to put tons of stuff in these cabinets and have no issues. On top of which, the brackets that we use, the slides, are for I think they're 250-pound slides, so you can stack these things up like you cannot believe, and put as much stuff as possible in them. When we got them stuffed, they're beautiful. The slides are amazing. How they're really, really nice and smooth. They work beautifully. This is another cabinet. This is what we kind of just call my art cabinet, because I have a bunch of art stuff in there. But it's a cool little sort of personal cabinet that you can use to, do different things with if you want. It doesn't have to be an art cabinet. And then we use the rest of the counter, the walnut butcher block over here on this particular area. But this area here and this area here sort of go together, including that front section with the front of the look of the front of the bus. Then we start into the kitchen. We got the walnut countertop butcher blocks all throughout. All this is all walnut, obviously. Walnut under there, walnut here. The backsplash is a solid piece of walnut that I bought particularly for this backsplash, and it goes underneath here and then goes all the way down to the rest of the counter right there. I'm pretty sure this is a 30-inch sink, and it's a Kraus. It's deep. It's really convenient to have this particular sink in a bus. Or for that matter, any RV for that matter, because as you probably know, RVs are not generally, they usually don't have a deep sink. It's usually mostly small, inconvenient. Got some of your dials over here. There's a propane indicator. This is to the Truma system, and then we have our gas little emergency thing up there. This is probably the cream of the crop, or the pinnacle of our bus, our range. So we have, this is the Dometic hood. I mean, basically, that's what it is. It's a hood, but basically it's a very small hood. Works beautifully. We've never had any issues or anything like that. So this is a Bertazzoni. It's an Italian-made, Italian-imported range that is just an amazing little range. For what it is, it's pretty incredible as far as what we've been able to use it for, and it's beautiful. It runs on propane, so we switched it over from natural gas to propane, which it can be switched back, but it works in the bus beautifully. So our the gas connections one is behind this cabinet. And it's right on the side of it's right in back of the range, right in back of this drawer here. So you just take that drawer out and you have access to the, so there's an on and off switch back there. You can turn it off or turn it on, unplug it. And then the other one is over here, and it is, let's see, let me get a light and I'll show you. Yeah, so I'll show you the turn on valve. So that's the gas line and the valve back there. This is obviously the water heater and the water lines. And I also have underneath here, back in the back of this, you have a water, 2 water valves. They're shut-off valves. And then there's also a drain valve that is pretty much the lowest point in the bus, that will shut your water off, or excuse me, drain your entire system if need be. So over here we have, I built this custom cabinet. So this is like a bench, so you can sit at it, do work or whatever you need to do as far as that goes. But it's a really nice bench. It's very sturdy. I usually sit there and draw or whatever, but these cabinets that are in it, again, same cabinet setup as I was just explaining to you before. It's got the heavy-duty hinges. The rails on it can hold an unbelievable amount of stuff. We got all these filled with beans and nuts and different things. The pantry. And then you got a drawer up here that's a little, it's a shorter drawer. It's just as long back, but it's a little not as high as this or deep as the other drawers. So you got one here and then one also here. And these drawers pull out a little bit more. You got another drawer over here with tons of stuff in it. And then you got your bottom drawers as well. So we got those stuffed as well. So tons and tons of room, storage. One of the things I will point out that there's several areas that you got plugs. So we got plugs here. There's a plug up front. There's a plug over there. There's a couple of plugs here. There's also a GFI plug over here by the sink. This fridge is a Magic Chef. I forget the size exactly, but it fits beautifully in here. There is a plug down in the back there that I did for this fridge specifically. We'll go back into the electronics, the whole power unit of the bus. So this is a it's basically the majority of the components, the main components are all Victron Energy, which is a stellar company. Everything in here has worked seamlessly since we built the bus. We have had 0 problems with it, and the installation of all of our components were done professionally by the company that we bought it from. The gentleman that we bought it, the company that we bought it from, the guy that we worked with, we brought it to him in Arizona, and we stayed with him for a day, and he basically just put everything in. This was also done, the breaker box was done by a professional electrician in California. We had him put that in. So this is all professionally done. Again, you can kind of see the spray foam in here. It's another thing that I haven't mentioned yet, but there is, throughout the entire bus, the ceiling and the walls, not the floor. The ceiling and the walls were done professionally, spray foamed. The floor, I did. So you got several breakers. It's a substantial unit. Got 4 battery banks there. And got your little monitor up here that tells you several things, but it basically that comes with the unit, and quite convenient. So this is on AC and DC system. So this is the DC section, and the majority of our lights, if not almost all of our lights, are all run off of the DC, which is extremely convenient, and it's way less energy. All of our lights, if you can see, we have all these puck lights that we got on Amazon, and they draw, I think they draw like a 3 watts or something like that. They're just so energy efficient. No issues there. This is the toilet area. I think I mentioned outside that I built this toilet. It's a composting toilet. There's a bucket underneath that lid. I think you can kind of imagine what it is, but I'll let your imagination go with that. But basically, you got some little storage areas on the sides. There's the composting material back there. It's like a peat moss. And then in the back of this drawer, there's a fan back there that basically we keep on all the time. There is an off and on switch right here for it. But we just keep that on basically the entire time. And then there's another little storage box here that basically we have some towels. You can put some toilet paper in there and whatnot. Some little towels and whatnot in there. But that's always worked really nicely as far as that goes. There's a plug there. This is a light switch for the toilet area. So you got just basically a one little light that comes on for this toilet area. Got your closets. So these are nice deep closets. Got plenty of storage space in there. You can see there's 2 of these. This is just some shirts, different things. It goes all the way down to there, and then there's another storage area down here. That's the vent for the toilet. So that little fan just basically sucks air from underneath this compartment here and sucks it down through the back of this cabinet down and goes into the wheel well outside. This also, just to let you know, this wall comes out, so it slides out, and you can have access to inside of the toilet area, so you can take that bucket out in there and clean it or whatever. The way we've always used the toilet is we use it with a bag, so the bag's real easy to take out. You just pull the bag out, so there's a bucket, and then the bag sits inside the bucket, so you just take that bag out, and it comes out. And again, I showed you the urine area outside, so that basically is the toilet situation. Here's the shower. So those are cedar planks. Put those in. Got your light up there. The shower works amazing. It's like literally showering inside a house. The pressure in this bus is really awesome as far as our pump. So the pressure is beautiful. The shower is fantastic to use. It doesn't have any. There's no issues there. I think it's a 32-inch pan. So it's a really awesome little shower. There's that. This is some plumbing behind that little cabinet there. It's not necessarily a cabinet. It's not usable, but you can take it apart and get into that if you need to. There's screws on it. This is the plumbing inside the under the sink in the bathroom. And this is a little sink that I bought from IKEA. Got your little mirror here. The way I built this, the idea that I had at the time was I want to make the bedroom area feel like you can come into it and you're not all crunched up and you feel all claustrophobic back here. You have room to move if you want to get dressed, you want to look at yourself in the mirror and whatnot. You can do that without having any issues. You got plenty of room back here. So it's really a nice, convenient little area. On top of which you have this You can close this off if you wanted to and have a little privacy. And then you have this room back here that's basically, it's a really nice, full little room that you can be in, and it's really awesome. So this is the bed. This is the bedroom, or the bed area. Okay. This is the whole, the bed takes up the entire back of the bus. And the idea that my wife and I had was, we just wanted, we have a king size bed, and we wanted to keep our king size bed and bring it into the bus and have a nice big bedroom, big bed to lay on. We just love the king size bed. So this is the bed. It's king size. It takes up a lot of room, I know, but it's extremely comfortable. And believe me, if it's just two of you, even if it's more than that, there's plenty of room on this bed to lie around and do whatever you're needing to do. So there's a window over here, and then there's a little window that actually is one of the doors of the bus that came with the bus. I just trimmed out a bit of the wall there and made a little window. So it's a really nice little window. There's a I think a sticker on the, well, it's diffused, so you can't really see into that window, but you can see out of it. That's just a cute one. Some of the stuff in the bus is not completed entirely. Everything's functional, and everything works beautifully, but there's some just small little details that haven't been done fully. That particular part of the window is not fully painted out, so we haven't done that. Again, wanted to point out so you can see where these holes, there's several holes. There's some over here, here, and then there's some back there, and then on the other side. Those holes are from the bolts that bolt on our deck to the bus. Like I said, outside, that deck's not going anywhere. It's part of the bus. I mean, it's about as sturdy as you can possibly get.
There's a screen.
There's a little screen in the back, and then there's also custom cushions that sit on the back edge of that. If you've seen inside of a bus, there's an engine compartment back there, so that sits up high towards the window. What we did is we took that whole shelf area and basically just put those custom pillows that we did with the couch up there and just raised it. So the back of the bed basically just goes right to the edge of that. So it's just like one flat surface that goes all the way to the window. So it kind of creates a little area where you can just kind of lounge out back there or whatever. It's nice. It makes it nice and seamless. So that's that. Got a couple of little lights, some little lamps that are connected back there, and then also plugs in the back as well. There's a plug back there so you can plug your phone in. There's also a USB on those lights that you can plug your USB connectors in if you needed to. So this section here, this is a sort of special section. So this is a little cabinet that I just stuck under there because it was just a blank space. So I decided to stick a cabinet down there. I got my photography stuff in there right now, but it's a nice cabinet. It's very sturdy, and you can just stick a bunch of stuff in there, whatever you need. That's that. The other part of the section of the bus, as far as the water goes now, is underneath the bed. So the bed pulls up. It's on a platform, and it's on gas struts. So you can get under there, and this is underneath. As you can see, the bed platform itself is made out of 2x4s and I think 1x3s. So the slats, all the slats across are 1x3s, and then I built the frame, which is basically like how you'd build a wall in a home. I built that out of 2x4s, and it's just basically a big platform. Connected that all up, and then you have a wall right here that's built that sort of gives you your platform that sets. So this platform here sits down on your makeshift wall here. which is extremely sturdy. So anyway, this bed comes up, as you can see. It's on the gas struts. You come back in here, you can see your 100-gallon fresh water tank. So that's all underneath here. And I secured it down with these little, I don't know what you'd call them. It's 2x4s connected. They're bolted together, and then I screwed them all down to the floor. And you can see I just basically built this little platform, and it just goes from the floor over the top and over, and then down on the other side. So it just straddles basically the two positions of the water tank and secures it in there. I mean, mind you, the bed's not going to let it go anywhere by chance something happens, but that's just to secure it even further, and it gives you gave me a place to also put my gas struts so I could lift the bed. And this area here is our water filtration system. It's got 3 filters on it. It's worked beautifully so far. It was hard to find it when we were looking for them, but it works beautifully. So it filters every bit of water that comes into the house or the bus. And then here's your that's your fill section there where it comes in from the outside. And then you got your pump and your inlets. I also got a flush. So there's a valve right there, and that goes directly. If you ever need to empty your tank completely, you just push open that valve, and there's an outlet on the underside of the bus that basically you can just dump all of your stuff, all your water out if need be. So that's that. And this comes down and drops down, and everything's back to normal. So here's another cabinet over here. I forgot to show you. This is sort of the medicine cabinet, makeshift. It's got makeup and socks and different things, and some extra blankets down there and whatnot. But and then we also have 2 fantastic fans that I put in. They still work beautifully. No issues there. Screens probably need to be changed, but other than that, it works. They work beautifully. Yeah, we have extra screens for it. And then there's the other fan. There, just to let you know. So we got a couple of open sections here that I was going to put some extra lights in, but decided not to. So I had covered some of them up, but they still need to be patched completely. These ones over here. But that's really it. I mean, other than that, there's lighting over here. This is...
Yeah, we decided not to do that because these puck lights are really bright, and these give us an option to dim when we're trying to chill out at nighttime.
Yeah, so they look really nice at night. You turn those on, you got your little reading lights or whatever.
And we have a main thing.
There's some USB plugs as well. If you're sitting here on the couch, you want to charge your phone.
Three-way main.
And this track light here, so this goes all the way down the center of the bus from the very front all the way back. And there's 3 locations that you can shut it on and off at. So we got one up front right there. And there's one next to, there's one here, right there. And then there's one in the back by the bed. So you could have it, on if you need it up front until you get back to the bed. And you can shut it off when you get in bed. So it's real convenient. And hopefully that's about it. That should give you a pretty good idea of the bus, and we will be talking to whoever's interested, hopefully. Have a great day, and thanks for looking. Bye-bye.